Okay, now what's going on with Basil here? What's happened?
Ellie cut her eyebrows.
Ellie trimmed her eyebrows? Let's look at that. Let's look at that and see what that looks like. Here, can you come and hold Basil? And let's show his eyebrows. All right. See Basil's eyebrows on the right? He had a matching set on the left. But Ellie, one of our little granddaughters, decided yesterday that she wanted to trim his eyebrows. So now he's missing some on the left. So we're going to have to watch it closer. I don't know what she would have cut on Basil. Hair-wise, if we hadn't called her and stopped her as soon as we did. Poor thing. It's funny.
Yeah.
But we got to not trim the cat without permission, right?
Yeah.
So he's missing a set of eyebrows.
Yeah. He's missing.
You're watching Much Ado About Something, and I'm Donna. Thank you for joining me today. We're just going to be around the house. This is Vlogtober day number 18. I got my Grove order today. I don't buy a lot from Grove, but I do like some things, and I like that it comes to you. I got this little soap. I think that was a free gift that came with my order. I got the Acorn Spice Mrs. Myers cleaner, and I know you can get these at Target now. The room scent and the dishwashing liquid and the hand soap. I got this container to put my kefir greens in because I've got kefir water going, and I got this nice French storage jar with the seal. I really liked it. And then a reusable spray bottle, because I make most of my cleaners. Actually, I think this was like a really clearance deal, so it was a real good deal. But occasionally I'll order from Grove Collaborative, and this is it comes right to your door, so you don't have to worry about going to the store and getting it, and that's a plus for me right now. I enjoy that, and this is my little haul that I got. I like this scent. It's kind of strong. I have to cut the scent a little bit because, I don't like it real strong, but it's a good fall scent. The apple one is really good, too. And it's one of those things that I like to use when I want the house to feel especially clean and to have a really good scent. The cat has been at it again this morning. It's just jumping in this plant, just digging like a little otter or something. I'm not sure what it's doing, just digging out the dirt. Just being mischievous. I'll throw on my boots and go out here and feed the animals. Still enjoying this beautiful fall day out here, this beautiful fall weather. It's a beautiful day. It just feels good out here today. Well, I got my boots off. I got everybody fed for a little bit. Move on to the next thing. I really just want to have a fun day today. I just want to do something fun, like decorate or mess around and not have to do any hard work like cooking. I love to cook and I enjoy it. But if you have a family and you cook, you do a lot of cooking at home, then you know how taxing that can be to come up with new recipes and come up with the labor-intensive work that it takes, especially when you eat like we do. We eat whole foods and try to eat as less processed as we possibly can. And so that, you know, that leaves you with having to really think of creative ways to use your whole ingredients to make a delicious meal. Well, we've still got some beef stew in the refrigerator. I may just have leftovers and just make some bread to go with that. And, you know, there's just a lot going on, a lot that I have to keep up with here. Here are my kefir grains. I've got to get them switched over. I'm going to taste of this and see if it's at a place that I like it. Yep, it's pretty good, so I'm going to have to switch that over to another bottle. If you don't have, you know, if you don't kill a cow and you don't have a cow, if you eat pork, then this is the kind of meat that I get. I get it up at the fruit stand, and it's let's see, this was $5 a pound, so it was $10 for this whole bag. And it's just bits and pieces. It's called country ham bits and pieces. And of course, I use a little bit of this. Right here's the nutritional guide here on it. The saturated fat is only 2 grams. And one serving of this would be 2 ounces of it. So it's high in protein and it's low in carbs. But we have a cow killed, and so we have a lot of this type of meat already bagged up. You know, when we had our cow, I'm not a cow, our pig. I don't know why I keep wanting to say cow, but we had a pig processed, and so we have a lot of this kind of side meat from that pig that's in the freezer, and I try to use that first. But this was such a good deal, and I knew a lot of things were coming up. And I love to cook soups. This is a great seasoning. Just to use a little bit of this, you know, and work that protein and that good fat into your diet. This is something that I use quite a bit, and I pick it up like this. I just wanted to show you that because I know in a lot of my recipes I show you, you know, me rendering this, me browning this and frying this before I make a meal so I can use it as seasoning. And I just wanted to share with you that if you didn't have a cow process, that you can pick this up. I think most grocery stores have a type of this too. So you can always check in your meat section if you're interested in doing that. If not, you can go ahead and use whatever kind of seasoning you use. And whatever meets your dietary needs, that is fine with me. But I am in here working through some of these things. I've got to get my kefir into a different container and get this strained off and get it fed. These are my kefir grains. They are water kefir. And this is homemade vinegar. And this is apple cider. And so I've got all these things sitting out and working through them. I'm in here trying to think of what I might can fix for dinner tonight. I've still got the sourdough going over here. And it is looking ready to go ahead and mix up some bread. And I love the smell of this. I really do. I'm going to go ahead and feed this. I've gave it 3 tablespoons of potato flakes. Three-fourths cup of sugar, and a cup of very warm water. So I'm going to go ahead and feed my starter. As you can see, this starter is made with potatoes, mashed potatoes, and sugar and water. And so I don't have a lot of that flour residue you see sticking all over the sides of the jars and stuff. It doesn't come with this type of starter. Of course, there's flour in your bread recipe. And this makes kind of a sweet tasting bread, almost like a brioche. It's a potato starter. And, you know, I've shared with you, if you've watched it, how to make sourdough bread. My video on sourdough bread, then you'll know that a friend of mine's mother gave me this starter 40 years ago, and I've been using this starter for almost 40 years, well, more than 40 years actually. It's the one I used to make sourdough bread, and that recipe is included in that video on that, and before long we'll be making sourdough bread with this. Today's not a day that I'm going to be doing that, but soon in upcoming videos I'm going to show you how I make the sourdough bread with the starter. Well, I've got this chicken out that I'm going to lay out of the freezer, and so whatever we decide to have today will include chicken. So I'll run water and let this thaw out in the sink. So whatever we decide to have for dinner tonight, whatever I decide to make, will include chicken, so we'll be making chicken. I do have a chicken carcass in there that I'm saving to boil and make chicken noodle soup out of, or maybe chicken and dumplings. So that's coming up in a few days. I have a chicken and dumpling recipe on my channel if you'd like to know how to make chicken and dumplings from scratch. I really just shared that family thing, that's just the way we always make them. There's two kinds of dumplings. There's the pastry dumplings and the drop dumplings, which is much like a biscuit dough. Both of those, I'll show you how to make both of those in that video. But it's just me and David here right now, and I've poured myself one of those ice drinks. I think I'm going to sit down and take a break and just enjoy that.
Can you give me some orange juice?
Before I get started.
Can you give me some orange juice?
I don't have orange juice today, but I do have lemonade. Would you like
lemonade?
You would like lemonade?
Lemonade.
Get David some lemonade.
I'm going to turn this game off.
Is that your lemonade? Well, the good thing about the fall and the weather getting cooler is it's an advantage to heat your house up. You don't have to worry about your house heating up when it's fall and winter. You know, that heat is welcome, and then a good hot meal is welcome. So I'm not going to stress too much about cooking long things that take a few hours, like soup beans, chicken and dumplings, vegetable soups and stews. All those things I love to cook when it starts getting fall weather, and they make for delicious meals. I forgot to share with you, I got this little plant. I didn't get it from Grove, but I got this little bay leaf tree. I love bay leaves, and I'll use those seasonings a lot. And I thought, well, you know, I would love to just try to grow my own bay leaf tree. It's like a little tree. So I'll be adding that to the perennial herb garden, this bay tree. And I'm deciding, should I set it out now, or should I kind of keep it in for the winter and set it out, you know, in the spring. But I'm thinking I'll probably go ahead and set it out, because usually plant companies send you plants at the proper time to plant them. So I probably will go ahead and plant this little bay tree, and I'm so excited about it. You know, I put bay leaves in all of my flour and cornmeal and all of my dried goods, my grits and things that I save in dry storage. And I just love the seasoning. I love the bay seasoning, especially in soups and stews. So I ordered this little tree, and I am so happy to get it. And actually, I ordered this tree off of Amazon.
Come here.
I met a little guy, a homesteader, fellow homesteader, a young couple, when Donald and I went to the Apple Festival, and he actually raises mini plants, and he had bay leaves. But I could never meet up with him. His meeting times and my times with these kids here, I was never able to meet up with him, so I wasn't able to buy one from him locally. But if this little one that I bought from Amazon doesn't work out, if it doesn't grow or something happens to it, I am definitely, even if I have to drive to his homestead, I will go and order one from that place, and maybe one that's been locally grown, locally raised may do better in my area. I really love to buy locally raised plants of all kinds. If I can get them locally, then that's what I try to do, because of course those are going to be the ones that are going to do the best in your area. They've already acclimated to your area when they're started and grown locally. So that's something that I'll do. I will go to the homestead and pick it up myself. It's a few hours away, and when you're very busy, a few hours there and a few hours back really adds up. That's a half a day. And he does set up at a local farmer's market that's in between the two, his house and our house. But me trying to get down there to that it's been a whole another story. It's just not something that I've been able to do, but I am looking forward to doing that, getting that bay tree, or this bay tree, in the ground. I'm not sure if I'll put it in the perennial garden. I kind of I would like it to be in the perennial garden, but I know it gets up to like a bush size. And another plant that I want to get for the garden before long is a tea tree, a tea bush. Tea is grown in South Carolina, grown and sold in South Carolina, which, is down south from us, is the next state down. I would love to grow my own tea and catch that tea at different stages and add that homegrown tea to my already homegrown herbs, and then just make my own tea blends. I make my own tea blends anyway, but when I add black tea, I usually have to buy the black tea. But I would like to grow and be able to make my own green tea and black tea, maybe even white tea. So I'm going to, look into that sometime this year and grow my own tea. But I'm saying all that to say that I've got to find a place to put this bay tree, and then I have to find a place to put the tea bush, tea tree. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of working around in the garden to get fitted in all the things that I want to grow. Well, that's what I had to share with you today. That's what I'm doing here today. I'm in here feeding, outside feeding the animals and enjoying the weather a little bit. Come in, making meal plans for dinner tonight, and I'm not sure what we'll have tonight, but it will be chicken related because that's what I've laid out of the freezer. I've laid that chicken out, so I'll be, maybe even just having chicken fillets, little slices of chicken breast, and maybe add a couple of green sides with that, maybe some peas or green beans, or maybe even greens, something that would be healthy. That'll probably be what our meal rounds out to be.
Or everything we do.
Me and David will be hanging out until the rest of the kids get today. I have 4 of them coming later on today, so we'll have to get ready to have those here. But David did bring activities, didn't you, David?
Yes.
Well, you want to share what activities you brought today for your cousins and for your sisters? His mom and him got to go shopping before he came today. Show us what you got, David.
Yes. A book.
What did you bring in this bag?
A dinosaurs and Halloween stuff.
Yeah, he brought goodies.
Yeah. Buy everything.
He got these little houses to paint. Yeah. I think everybody's going to love those.
I want to play something for us that we do.
Mm-hmm. Don't open it. We're going to do that when the other kids get here, okay? So there's several of those in the bag. It's enough for everybody to paint something, isn't it?
Yeah, that was it.
And then he got some snakes.
I want to play with my snakes.
Oh, you want to get one of those out?
Yeah.
And then he did already get his little dinosaur out. They've got these little dinosaur kits that you put together, dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I thought those were really cute. And he's already put his together, but of course the tail has come off of it. But you put those together and put them on that little platform. David, can you put the tail on this?
Oh. Yeah, I just did right now, but it broke. That was just the part. Those were little pieces.
Okay, got you 2 snakes. You just put these little things together like a puzzle, and then
snakes.
They go on this little thing, and it makes a little
Dinosaur.
puzzle. Yeah, I think that's cute. He enjoyed putting that together today. And then he's got these snakes. He went ahead and picked his snakes out. He got black snakes because they have black snakes at their house. She got these little headbands for the girls. So they got some goodies when they get here. They'll have some fun things to do this afternoon. And I'm not sure what I'll be doing. I don't know if I'm going to go heavy at cleaning today or if I'm just going to concentrate on getting dinner and taking care of everybody and maybe wiping things down enough to just make do until tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, yay! So we'll be expecting to do, you know, I mean, I have to kind of just feel out the day to whether I'm going to do heavy jobs that are time and labor consuming, or whether I'm just going to do some light duty and focus on the kids more that day. And so today I think it might be a light duty day. But thank you for joining me here around the house. I hope it gave you some kind of ideas or inspiration of some kind. I hope you're having a great day where you're at and you're enjoying your fall. I hope it's as beautiful where you're at as it is here. And I hope you have a good day. Like always, until next time.
Many say ring a nose, his is real. When we say we see, we raise.
Do dinosaurs like to play with snakes?
No. They don't.
Oh.
They don't play.
Oh.
They only eat snakes.